This is GerotheHero, and this is my review of Iron-Blooded Orphans Season 2, Episode 9. We find out that uprisings are happening in all the colonies, and that Gjallarhorn wants to put down all the resistance. And it's a direct result of the uprisings in Dort, where basically Tekkadan was kind of involved. We find out that Vidar has his own new Gundam, and as well on Tekkadan's side, they have two new Gundams. One called the King's Throne and the other one called Floros. And we also find out that there's political issues within Tewaz, that basically when Orga made his deal with McGillis, that everyone was upset because he kind of did it on his own. But essentially, he gets forgiven by the leader because they figure if this does go through, that they will profit big. There's some opposition, but Naze says that if they fail, that he'll give up his life. After this, we find out that Orga is getting lectured by Naze and informs him basically that Tewaz people may test him in the future. And more than likely, the guy that was more vocal about it, he's probably going to scheme and do something later on. We'll have to see. The other scene that was pretty funny during this episode was that Chad was kind of like, why does the old man kind of not smell anymore? And then he finds out indirectly that Miss Maribet and the old man are dating. And he's just like all surprised the whole episode. In another scene, we find out that because Chance is getting taught by Mizuki, he's kind of like being an annoying servant to Mizuki, and Mizuki just doesn't want to hang out with them at all. It's like too much for him. Orga has a meeting with McGillis' subordinate, and he finds out that he has to meet with all the colony leaders and do a bunch of like political stuff. We also see in another scene that Vidar is piloting his Gundam, and he's named it after himself. And we find out that he is super skilled and powerful, and that basically even without his weapons, he's a powerful fighter. So it will be interesting if he ever goes against Mizuki in the future, because he's going to be a match for him, and he might even outclass him, but we'll have to see what happens with that. At the end of the episode, McGillis is talking about wanting to have a world where it doesn't matter what your background is, that you can do whatever you want. So it looks like probably in the next episode, we may have some kind of struggle, because right now, Gjallarhorn is putting down resistances at the different colonies, and what might happen is that Tekkadan's going to probably have to directly get involved. So we might get a battle in the next scene. As well, we'll have to see what happens with the guy from Tewaz, if he does anything sneaky or if he helps Gjallarhorn or not. We'll have to see. Otherwise, it was a pretty good episode. We'll have to see if the fighting picks up in the next one. I'm really forward to seeing what happens in the next episode. So, like always, comment below, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you next time.